Skibidi Biden.
What? Did they steal this from my old video?
Watching this is about as fun as having a festering sore on my urethra.
So yeah, that's me reacting to a crazy clip from Stephen Colbert that went viral a couple weeks ago, and when I saw it, I was like, this is a big hot hamburger of a topic for me to react to, and the reasons I never released that video are pretty insane, but I'll start with the most basic one, and that's the fact that by the time I was able to post the video in a monetizable form, it was old news. I mean, I might as well be reacting to some ancient viral video like the grape stomping lady or the Mr. Wacky guy.
How's everybody doing? My name is Mr. Wacky.
So, releasing a Skibidi Biden reaction video seemed about as appealing to me as having a festering sore in my urethra. And why couldn't I release it right away? Well, a lot of times when you use content from big corporations like the company that produces Stephen Colbert, you have to give them all your revenue, and I would honestly rather have a festering sore in my urethra. And you might go, well, it's just the revenue from one video, who cares? But the thing is, I recently signed a contract with a company called Creator Jam where they gave me a loan in return for collecting my future YouTube earnings, and if my monthly revenue isn't enough to cover the loan payments, I get kicked out of their special Discord server where I get awesome tips and tricks from Creator Jam expert Creator Jam Sam, like this one. One of the best ways to grow your YouTube channel is by posting videos that get a lot of views. And I thought losing access to that kind of advice would be like getting a festering sore in my urethra. So I basically was in an insane situation where I felt like the only way to get a lot of views would be to record a Skibidi Biden reaction. But as you can see here, the downside was immediately apparent. So my first thought was, okay, I better get the most out of that Creator Jam server before they kick me out for low revenue. I went in there and was like, hey, I really want to monetize my Skibidi Biden reaction. Does anyone know a workaround? And of course, a bunch of nobodies in there were making suggestions like, just make your own good videos instead of doing commentary on bad ones. And I was like, I have a better idea. How about I get a festering sore in my urethra? In fact, the suggestions from the people in there were so bad, I almost considered opting out of giving my future earnings to a suspicious online bank for content creators, when an actual expert, Creator Jam Sam, finally piped in with an actual good piece of advice. He explained that there are physical copies of all the popular memes and viral videos that have special embedded codes that make them fully monetizable, and they're buried like treasure all over the world. Now, the only catch, if you can even call it that, is that if you dig up an older meme and react to it, it's actually more expensive because the original rights holder gets a greater share of your revenue as time goes on. But for something new, like Skibidi Biden, I pretty much wouldn't have to share a single cent. And the best part was, he was willing to send me a treasure map to find these physical copies. I was really excited, except, well, there was one little problem. Yeah, a problem about as little as having a festering sore in your urethra. You see, while the buried memes were listed on the map, unfortunately, none of the spots marked with X were actually labeled, which meant if I wanted to find my physical copy of Skibidi Biden, I was going to have to dig up every single spot until I found it. So I headed out with my treasure map and was amazed that the first place I dug into, I literally found a DVD. I ran home, realized I had no way to access a DVD, went out, bought a DVD player, came back home, popped the DVD in, and sure enough, it contained the infamous Grape Lady meme. So I quickly recorded and posted a video about it to see if I could earn revenue.
Okay, what? Yeah, stomping on grapes. That looks about as fun as having a festering sore in your... what's the funny word I'm looking for? It's kind of a medical sounding term for a part of the body. And when you say it, you kind of sound smart, even though you're making a gross out joke for stupid teenagers.
And guess what? That video earned me a revenue share. Granted, it was only 20%, and giving away 80% of your revenue to something called
Toilet Head Media LLC.
Seems expensive, but the important thing was that Creator Jam Sam's plan was working. So I went back out and dug up another physical copy. This time, it was a 7-year-old viral video from an awkward news report.
Wow, this event looks about as fun as having a festering... what's that thing? It's like a cut or something, but it sounds funnier.
And since this meme wasn't as old as the Grape Lady one, I got 30% of the revenue when I posted my video. And with everything working according to plan, I went back out again to check the next site, but, well, this time, things went a little different.
Okay, let's see. According to the coordinates, the physical media should be buried right here. Hey, what are you doing? Stop digging there. That's my buried treasure.
Yours? This is literally my own.
Get away from there before I kick you in the... what's that funny word for that part of the body? Well, whatever. He's gone. And looks like whoever that was started digging for me. Wow, this is some good digging. Almost like it was done by some kind of animal that digs holes. And look at this. A USB drive. Must be a slightly newer meme.
And sure enough, it was a newer meme, and that video was a huge hit. Even at 40% revenue share, I earned so much from it that I barely needed to get any more revenue for the month. But since I had posted about that meme so many times before, I didn't really grow my channel with it. Something I was sure I could only do with a Skibidi Biden reaction video. So I gradually made my way through all the spots on the treasure map, reacting to one meme after another.
So I'm sure you've all heard of the Barbie and Oppenheimer movies. And people are literally spending 5 hours in a movie theater watching them back to back. Something that sounds about as comfortable as having a fester. Well, I can't think of a funny analogy, but just imagine I said some kind of gross but wordy phrase.
And after earning 90% of the revenue from that video, there was only one meme left on the list. But when I went to dig up the physical copy of Skibidi Biden...
What the? The spot is right here, but it looks like someone just got here before me and dug a hole. Hey, come back with that physical media copy of Skibidi Biden.
And give me back my physical media copy of myself.
Wow, Big Chungo. Come on, buddy, why do you need a physical media copy of Big Chungus? You could just record yourself anytime you want.
Because the people posting it stole my idea.
Oh, who cares? I mean, it's not like the creators of Skibidi Biden stole my idea of Biden's head coming out of a toilet. Okay, you could have it. Good luck, Mr. Chungus. Good luck and Godspeed.
Big Chungus.
So I finally had it. I edited my physical copy of Skibidi Biden into my reaction video, and as I suspected, I was able to fully monetize. Yeah, I could stay in the Creator Jam server and keep getting advice from the experts. Except, well,
What happened to all my revenue? It's almost like I stopped monetizing my highest earning video. What am I gonna do? Better go ask the server. Hey, I don't think I'm gonna make enough revenue this month. Is there anything I can do to stay in here? And Creator Jam Sam says, would you be interested in a predatory loan? Predatory, like the Predator? Sounds great. Okay, just fill out this form and send it to Toilet Head Media LLC. I'm sorry, to what? Oops, typo, I meant Creator Jam, LOL. Give me just a minute.
now, something about that typo made me about as comfortable as having a floundering scab in my umbilical. No. Why can't I remember my funny joke? Anyway, something seemed off, so I looked deeper into who exactly Creator Jam had worked with in the past. After all, they said they had helped create the biggest stars in YouTube history. But when I double-checked...
Wait a minute. Our biggest clients are Mr. Yeast, Bluty Pie, Pyrocritical. Oh my god, this scammy company selling some weird loan and consulting service to content creators is about as useful as a festering sore in my urethra. Hey, Creator Jam Sam, go ahead and kick me out of the server. And while you're at it, I'm closing my account forever.
So yeah, the situation was insane. But the good news is, it's over. I'm free to go back to making content that earns revenue for me and me alone. Oh, yeah, and also the companies that own YouTube, Patreon, Cameo, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And even though I dismissed the idea as stupid before, maybe instead of just using sarcasm and gross-out jokes to mock bad content, I might just try and make some good content of my own for once. Something that sounds about as fun to me as having a filthy... About as fun as having a... what is the...
Lost another one. Looks like I might have to start another scam to earn revenue for my parent company. Toilet Head Media LLC. Ha ha ha. I am Skibidi Biden. I buried all the memes. Ha ha ha. What a twist. Subscribe to patreon.com/TonyZarrett to see content early, send ideas for videos you want to see, and get shout outs from Tony Zarrett. Skibidi Biden. Yes.
Yes, the end.